Every small effort compounds over time into something far greater than it seems in the moment. Challenges are not barriers, they are stepping stones. Progress does not require perfection, only persistence. What matters most is remembering how far you have already come and trusting how far you can still go. Now imagine this for a moment. Imagine playing a video game where you've already done everything. Hundreds of hours grinding. Every stat maxed out. Every skill unlocked. Legendary armor equipped. You finally reach the final boss. The ultimate threat the game has been building towards since the very beginning. The music swells. The screen shakes. The boss unleashes its ultimate attack. And then, with a single slap, it dies instantly. The credits roll. That moment would feel satisfying, briefly. But then the realization sets in. You still have to play the game, forever. Every enemy, every rival, every world-ending threat. One slap, over and over again. That is the existential nightmare of Saitama, the protagonist of One Punch Man. This story is often mistaken for a simple superhero parody. But beneath the comedy lies one of the sharpest deconstructions of power, heroism, and depression in modern fiction. One Punch Man appears to be the ultimate power fantasy. Yet once the layers are peeled back, it reveals something closer to a tragedy. It is a story about what happens after dreams are achieved. Most hero narratives focus on the climb, the training, the defeats, the gradual rise toward strength. But One Punch Man begins where those stories usually end. Saitama is already at the peak when the story begins. He has surpassed every conceivable limit. He is essentially a god living in a modest apartment, and he is profoundly bored. That boredom is what makes him so relatable. The feeling of working towards something for years, only to reach it and feel emptiness instead of triumph, is something many people experience. Saitama embodies that post-achievement void, where the question becomes not how do I win, but is this all there is? The origins of the series mirror its absurdity. It began in 2009 as a webcomic created by One, drawn with crude, almost amateurish art. The visuals were rough, but the storytelling, timing, and direction were exceptional. The comic went viral based purely on its ideas. That success caught the attention of Yusuke Murata, a master manga artist known for his meticulous, dynamic artwork. Murata, facing serious health concerns at the time, decided he wanted to draw something he genuinely loved. He partnered with One, resulting in the 2012 manga adaptation. This collaboration preserved One's writing while elevating the visuals to extraordinary levels. The contrast between simplicity and intensity became a defining feature of the series. When Saitama is disengaged, he is drawn plainly. Minimal detail, expressionless features. When the world around him erupts into chaos, the art becomes grand, dramatic, and overwhelming. This visual disconnect reinforces the central joke. The world takes itself very seriously, and Saitama does not. Despite its comedic tone, the series achieved massive success, with tens of millions of copies in circulation and global recognition following the anime adaptation. Much of that success comes from how the story handles power. Saitama's strength does not come from destiny, technology, or mutation. It comes from routine. A simple daily workout, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. No air conditioning, no shortcuts, just relentless consistency. Later, the series introduces the idea of a limiter, a natural cap placed on all living beings to preserve their sanity and survival. Monsters break their limiters through obsession and transformation. Saitama breaks his by remaining human and pushing himself beyond reason for too long. He removes the ceiling entirely. But this comes at a cost. Along with his hair, Saitama loses emotional intensity. He no longer feels fear, excitement, or tension. He describes himself as hollow. The story uses this emptiness to critique the genre itself. If struggle is the source of meaning, what happens when struggle disappears? That is where the supporting cast becomes essential. Characters like Moomin Rider embody heroism without power. Moomin Rider has no special abilities, no rank, no advantage, only conviction. When he confronts impossible odds, he does so knowing he will lose, but he fights anyway. His purpose is not victory, but resistance. He stands between danger and civilians, even when defeat is guaranteed. Saitama recognizes this. After defeating the Deep Sea King, he intentionally downplays his own role to preserve the dignity of other heroes. It is a quiet act of moral responsibility, showing that while Saitama may be disconnected from battle, he has not lost his humanity. The same themes appear in the fight against Boros, a villain who mirrors Saitama's own existential boredom. Boros searches the universe for an equal, desperate for meaning through challenge. When he finally faces Saitama, he believes he has found it. But even at his peak, he realizes the truth. Saitama was holding back. The fight meant everything to Boros and nothing to Saitama. The series repeatedly reinforces its central message. Strength alone does not bring fulfillment. Meaning is found in relationships, routine, and responsibility. Characters like King articulate this directly, reminding Saitama that being the strongest does not make him the best. Garou later emerges as an ideological challenger rather than a physical one. Disillusioned with hero narratives, he seeks to become absolute evil to force unity through fear. His philosophy critiques hypocrisy within the Hero Association, but his confrontation with Saitama exposes the immaturity behind his logic. Saitama dismantles Garou's worldview not with force, but with blunt honesty. Ultimately, One Punch Man strips away the spectacle of the genre and asks why people seek power in the first place. Ego, trauma, profit, fear, all are laid bare. And Saitama, who claims heroism is just a hobby, remains the only one untouched by illusion. As the story continues toward larger arcs and greater cosmic threats, one thing remains constant. Saitama is not the answer to the world's problems. He is a reminder that even infinite strength cannot replace purpose. The real struggle is internal. Finding connection, finding joy, paying rent, taking out the trash, living. And maybe that's the quiet truth behind the series. That the greatest victory isn't defeating the monster, but sharing a meal, finding routine, and continuing forward one ordinary day at a time.
Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. This is my new channel and it takes a lot of determination to start, and even more to keep going. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're looking for hidden gems in movie and TV show reviews, be sure to check out my other channel, The TV Hook. I'll leave the link in the description. Peace out.